One of the most misused elements on the market, and it doesn't matter whether it is Gutenberg or whichever page builder, is the progress bar widget. And I have one here. So let me first explain to you what I've done here, then why this is a very dangerous element. I have a shop here that I've built out with Blocksy theme, great theme, link in the description below. And currently on my Contact Us page, I just want to let people know that at my store, we have construction going and that it will cause some disruption and discomfort for people who are coming to our place. Therefore, I have put this little progress bar section over here showing the 3 construction projects that are ongoing and their progress. And that is the bottom line of a progress bar. You need to show progress, and the progress must have an end goal in sight 100%. Another good usage of this I recently saw on a website here in South Africa where they were comparing solar panels. Solar energy is a really big thing in our country at the moment, and we are always looking at what is the most efficient solar panel. And what they did is they listed the different models, and then they showed their efficiency in terms of converting solar into energy with a progress bar, and that worked great. The mistake that people many times make is that they use a progress bar where they should use a counter or the fun fact element from ElementsKit. Keep that in mind. You really need to consider the purpose before you bring in a progress bar element. This one we did with ElementsKit. It's a great feature. It's got a lot of other options that you can apply. We're going to have a look at that now. This is Websites for Beginners. My name is JP. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a good wherever you are. Here are quite a number of showcases of what the progress bar can look like. And I think the reason why many people feel they should use a progress bar on their site is because the presentation, usually in demos, make it look so cool, especially when you apply animation. I'll refresh this page so you can understand what I mean by animation. And this is just like toys for a new baby. You see this animation and we go, gaga, I need this. And I have seen it, and I've done it myself, that I go out of my way to try and put a progress bar onto a page. If you are in doubt whether a certain section worthies a progress bar or not, the answer is probably just don't use it. Think carefully of the purpose. It must show progress, and it's very good to show comparison as well. And usually you have that end goal in sight. These are great examples. Let's have a quick look at how this works. Remember, you need ElementsKit for Elementor. Great add-on. You can use it with Elementor free and build out pro websites. And that even means if you buy a lifetime license, you just spend that money one time. Before you do that, I found that going into the ElementsKit, you need to go and turn it on. Go to the navigation sidebar on the left, ElementsKit, widgets, and switch it on from here, progress bar, and then save changes. Note also that when you go into the ElementsKit backend, you'll see there is this option to view demo. This is really great. If you cannot find the page very easily on their website, you just select your view demo, and it will open that tab in your browser for you and show you everything that I have just shown you. Let's go into Elementor. I have this construction little section here. I'll go to my widgets search area and look for progress. And you'll see that we have this one, progress bar, which is the free element that comes with Elementor, and then the progress bar from ElementsKit, which is also a free one from them. So these two are competing with each other. And usually when third-party developers do that, they add a little bit extra to encourage you to use theirs. And that's why ElementsKit's progress bar is a really good one to use. Drag it and I'll drop it there, and I'll be creating this. And then very little in terms of content that you're going to switch out here. I think the important one is the different styles, and there's a lot here. Start with inner content. That's a nice bar. Then you have one that's called bar shadow at the bottom. Tooltip. I really like this one. And then you have just different versions of how the tooltip is displayed. This one is in a box. This one is rounded, rectangular, and this one is a circle. And the last three, we have switch, which I think may be a little bit confusing because when I see something like that, I think I can drag it. So if a visitor comes to your site, they may just try and start dragging it. I think the switch may be one you can skip. Then ribbon, it's the one that I used. And finally, this little ... dashed stripes. Interesting, unnecessary. Keep it simple, right? I'll go to tooltip box because I think this is a cool one that we've used. The first thing you're going to do is give it a title. So in my case, we are building a new warehouse in section block C. And this warehouse, the construction is finished 90%. So it gives people this idea that it's almost finished. Hide the percentage number. Yes, you can do that if you are actually not using percentages. And that is very useful if you are comparing different projects and percentage is irrelevant. Animation duration, if you know me, I don't like animation. And I wanted to see if I can completely remove it. I put it on 0, but there is still animation. It's just basically instant. So you do need to have some kind of animation. Don't be fooled by animation. It doesn't make your website better. I'll just say that again and again and again. Focus on the content. You don't always have to spend so much time on the animation and all the other page junk that we like to put onto our pages. So for me, animation, I don't even want it, but I'll put it on 0 and I'll live with it. Then you have the regular styling, and this is just all the colors and the fonts and the margins. I think margins are important. When we go to the bar, you see there's a margin bottom, and that's going to extend the margin there. Why that is important? Because hardly ever you're going to use a progress bar in isolation. They like to come in groups. So I'll duplicate, and we can change this one. We call this lobby entrance renovation. And this one barely started, so we'll put it at 15%. And now, if we go to the top one again, and you will look at the bar and the margin, you can see that just easily applies some margin for you at the bottom to create that separation for you. Height, that is the height of the line. And you can apply backgrounds. For the track, you have control over the color as well as the border if you want it nice and round. And then for your title, you also have this margin that will give you more separation between the line and the title. And then you have your typography and your colors. And finally, you have control over the percentage. And in a case like this, where you will do styling to the first one, after you've done that, I will duplicate that one. And then let's delete this one, because now we have ones that have been styled exactly the same. We just copy and we create this nice little section. That's how you're going to build it out. Very rarely I see people use the progress bar. It is purely there to indicate progress on a project or something that you need to complete, or in those cases where you have products that you want to compare and you want to show the difference in their performance. So really think about this one before you use it. Of course, after this, always important to go to your tablets and have a look at how this is going to look. Make your columns maybe stacked and just ensure that it looks good on your tablet and mobile devices. Remember to subscribe. We need that. Also give us a like because we depend on that. And then I'll see you in the next video. From me, JP here at Websites for Beginners. Have a great day.